Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to today's lesson. Grab your math journal and a pencil. Write these two problems down. A little bit of review before we go on to something new this week. So I have two rectangles here. The one on the left has a length of 4 and a width of 5. And the rectangle on the right has a width of 3 yards and a length of 7 yards. So let's copy those two down. All right, so remember when we're finding perimeter. Perimeter is the length of all the outside segments. So we would add up that one, and that one, and that one, and again, we're going to add up that segment. So right now, we don't have all 4 segments given. But because of geometry rules, we know the opposite lengths. So if this measurement is 4 meters, because this is a rectangle, opposite sides are equal, we knew the opposite side is 4 meters as well. Then we have this side, which is 5. Again, opposite sides are equal, so that is also going to be 5 meters. So now we're going ahead and we're going to fill into our formula of perimeter equals side plus side plus side plus side, or perimeter equals 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. Both of these formulas work for the for the perimeter of a rectangle. So now we can start to fill in. We have 5 plus 5 plus 4 plus 4. And then we can go ahead and add those values. We have P equals 18 meters. Excellent. So now let's go ahead and do the area of this rectangle. So again, area is the inside of the figure. So if I was putting down carpeting or tile in my house, I would need the area, the square area of my floor in my house. So we know that the formula from last week is length times width. So area equals length times width. And then again, we've filled in our values. So we have our 4 times 5. A equals 20 meters. And again, we want to make sure that we do not forget our square there. Excellent. All right, let's move on to the next one here. So we have this rectangle. Again, we have a length of 7 and a width of 3. We're going to add up all 4 sides. On this figure as well in order to find the perimeter. So we have this side, we have 7 as the length. Again, because we know that this is a rectangle, we know opposite sides are equal. This is also 7 yards right there. That's 67.7. So that is 7 yards, and again on the bottom we're going to be at 3 yards. Make sure you're following along as we're going through this, okay, boys and girls? So now we can go ahead and fill in our values. We have 3 plus 3 plus 7 plus 7. And we have P equals 20 yards. Awesome. And then let's move on to area. So just like on the last one, we have area equals our length times width. Area equals, we have a length of 7 and a width of 3. 7 times 3. Area equals 21, and it's 21 yards. And again, we want to make sure that we do not forget to square our answer. Excellent. All right, let's move on to the lesson for today. So today we're going to be taking the next step in finding area and perimeter. And sometimes when we do this, we're not always going to have all the information we need in order to solve. And what I mean by that is, here is given perimeter equals 24 inches. So we know that this entire rectangle is 24 inches. They've given us one side here. What we need to do is go ahead and find the missing side, and then we need to go ahead and find the area. Okay, so again, just like we've been talking about, we're going to use our rules of geometry. So we know that this is a rectangle. We know that opposite sides in a rectangle are equal. So if that bottom side is 8 inches, this top side is 8 inches. Okay, so we still don't have enough information in order to find the perimeter. We need to find this side. We also need to find this side over here. So we know that these two sides are 16 altogether. We know that the entire length of all the sides, the perimeter equals 24 inches. So I know that I have 8 plus 8 plus something equals 24. So for those of us that can do our math well, we know that the missing number there is 8. So that means x would equal 8. But that's how much is left over. We have to divide that between both of these sides. So this side right here is going to be our 4 inches. And this side over here is going to be 4 inches. Nice. So now we have enough information to go ahead and find the area. So we found all these missing sides based on the rules of a rectangle. So now we can go ahead and find the area here. So remember from our earlier lessons, area equals length times width. So area equals 8 times 4. Sorry, boys and girls. Area equals 32 inches. And remember that we need to square it. All right, great job. Let's move on to the next problem. Finding the unknown side once again. So this time we have a perimeter in this rectangle of 20, and we know that that top side is 6. So same direction here. We need to go ahead and fill in these missing sides. So again, with our rules of a rectangle, we know that if this length is 6, we know that the opposite length is also going to be 6. So now we can go ahead and come off to the side and add our 6 plus 6 and get 12. And if we know that our entire perimeter is 20, that means that we're going to subtract our 12 and get a missing length of 8. But just as we said in the last problem, there's 2 missing sides here. So the entire perimeter is 20. These two lengths are 6 and 6, so that equals 12. So we have 8 more. We're going to have to divide it among these two widths. So we have our 4 yards there, and then we have 4 yards on that side. Excellent. So we found our missing sides, and now we can go ahead and we can find our area. So make sure you're writing down the formula each and every time. Area equals length times width. Area equals 6 times 4. Area equals 24 yards. And we're going to square it. Great job. All right, a couple more problems, boys and girls. Okay, on this next problem, you can see that it's a square. So this one's going to be a little bit different. So we did say that the perimeter is 32 inches. So let's think about our rules of a square. We know that all four sides are equal. So if the perimeter of this square is 32 inches, and we know that each of the four sides are equal, we can divide 32 by 4, and when we do that, we will get 8. So that means each of our sides are 8 inches. Now, because we know each of our sides are 8 inches, we're able to go ahead and find the area of our square. Length times width. Area equals 8 times 8. Area equals 64 inches. And we are going to make sure again that we square our answer. All right, boys and girls, let's do one more. This time we're working with area. So again, with finding the unknown side. So this time they give us an area of 45 feet. They give us one of our lengths as 5 feet, and we have a missing length in here. So we know that the area equals length times width. So this time we have the area, and we don't have the length, but we have the width. So 45 equals the length times 5. So we can do 45 divided by 5, which equals 9. So that means that our missing side here is 9 feet. So this time we were able to figure out our missing side using the area, and now we can go ahead and find the perimeter because we know these opposite sides. Okay, boys and girls, so now we can go ahead and we can find the perimeter. P equals S, plus S plus S plus S. Okay, we have perimeter equals, so now we can go ahead and perimeter equals 5 plus 5. 5 plus 5 plus 9 plus 9. Perimeter equals 18 plus 10 is 28, and it is feet. Perimeter equals 28 feet. Okay, do your best with your lesson today, boys and girls. Good luck, and we'll talk soon.